What is Hedge and Tug Peeps? OldManTup coming at you today with our Week 9 Team Builder against Game Boy Luke and the Bristol City Blazikens. Now, we're going to do this as quickly as possible because it's probably going to be sandwiched at the beginning of our battle. So, the team Luke brought, or can bring, is Necrozma, Landorus Incarnate with Sand Force only, Aerodactyl, Dhelmise, Primarina, Tentacruel, Drampa, Scrafty, Togedemaru, and Mega Scizor. So that's what we have to build against. So we are going to lead straight out the gate with what will probably be our lead 90% of the time, and that is Nightwing. Toxic Orb, fairly standard-ish, physically defensive. Gliscor with Stealth Rock, Earthquake, U-Turn, and Roost, just to be able to sponge some physical hits. He does have Mega Scizor, so we can get in and take them hits. Next we have Trophy Wife, who has been our MVP the last couple of weeks, just putting in some of the finest work. Fairly similar set this week, as two moves pretty much douse this team completely. And that is Nasty Plot, Substitute, Dazzling Gleam, and Shadow Ball. Just enough speed to be able to outspeed the Landorus Incarnate, who is the 101 speed. Next, we're going to go into Billy Idol, Roserade, Expert Belt. I really wasn't sure what item to put on this week because there's still things on the team that we don't get super effective hits against, but I don't like Life Orb. So we're running Modest with Hidden Power Fire, Sludge Bomb, Dazzling Gleam, and Giga Drain with Technician because we have the HP Fire this week. This just does fantastic work across the board against his team. We neutrally hit everything, and we super effective the majority of things. So that was why we decided to go with Expert Belt. Modest because nothing really notable slower than us. We have to be able to outpace. I really don't think he's going to be a speedy Mega Scizor, but I believe we still outspeed max speed Necrozma. So next we got Burninator, Megazard X, Tough Claws, Dragon Dance, Flare Blitz, Earthquake, and Dragon Claw. We do need the 3 coverage moves this week because of the mons he has. Again, enough speed on this to outspeed max speed Togedemaru. Not that I think that will be coming, but that was what we are teched against. But once we get a Dragon Dance up, he does have an Intimidator on the team and Scrafty, so we do have to be careful of that. But Scrafty don't want to take 2 neutral Flare Blitzes. Next, we have DDR, the Iopa Berry Tyranitar with a Nerve. We have a Nerve this week because he has a Sand Force Landorus Incarnate, and we don't want to boost that thing any stronger than it already is. Landorus Incarnate has the ability to double dance on us. We don't want that, and we definitely don't want to be giving it a boost on top of that with Sand on the field. So this is just an Unnerve. Very confident they'll have at least one berry user on his team. So we're a berry user ourselves. Luckily, Unnerve only works on the opposing Pokemon, doesn't affect your own. We have Dragon Dance, Stone Edge, Fire Punch, and Earthquake. And again, just fantastic coverage against this team. At +1, we are able to run Adamant, and with max speed, we can outpace a Aerodactyl at +1, which is just fantastic. So next, we have Dadbod, the Rebel without a cause, going to rise up against the one who persecutes him and uses his likeness for his own gain. And that is Rotom. This week, we have Rotom Wash, Levitate, Leftovers, and we are especially defensive because Specs Primarina is spooky. I want to say it was Lars in the GBA I played and had a Specs Primarina, and it just destroyed my team. So we don't want that to happen again. So we are bringing this. This switches in fairly comfortably to most moves a Specs Primarina can use against us. We are a little bit weak this week to Moonblast spam from that thing, so that's something we definitely need to be mindful of in the late game. But we are calm, like I said, max special defense, max HP. For a while, I had toyed with the idea of Pain Split on this team just to keep it healthy and prevent things from just straight up setting up, walling us. This takes hits from just about everything. Threw a foul play on there because he does have the Delmise, and for some reason I think that's going to be coming this week, and I don't like Delmise at all. And if we don't have foul play on there, we really have trouble hitting it. So that is what we are rocking this week. Maybe we would get some cheeky hits in. This does help us very much against his physical threats. Even though his two premier ones do relatively wall it, being Scrafty and Mega Scizor, who resist the dark type attack. But like I said, this is mostly coverage for Delmise, because Volt Switch and Hydro Pump hit the other two physical attackers already. But foul play is a really nice move to be able to use against some things and not risk missing a Hydro Pump. So with that in mind, let's dive into the battle. Okay guys, as you can see, this is the team that we brought, and you can see what Game Boy Luke decided to bring. And not a lot of surprises on the team. This is pretty much what we thought would come. Wasn't sure about the Scrafty. He did bring it. Wasn't sure about Aerodactyl, but it was fastest thing on his team. So he did end up bringing that as well. As you can see, we are going to lead Gliscor. I really leaned on leading the possible Rotom just because I can hit everything on his team really hard right out the gate. But I didn't want to risk that right off the bat. I didn't think he would lead with Scrafty, so I wasn't really worried about knockoff spam early. So I did just lead with Gliscor because getting up rocks early against his team can work on slowly whittling it down, because he takes neutral damage across the board except for the Scrafty and Anchor Dude. So that was what we did lead. If you guys are excited for this matchup, let me know, and we will dive into this battle right away, because we're already late because Team Builder's on this match. So, as I said, we're going to lead with the Gliscor, and he is going to lead with Aerodactyl, which makes me think this is probably a suicide-ish lead. He may decide to taunt turn one, or we may just trade rocks right off the bat. My guess is he is probably going to try and get his rocks up, as he is going to want them on the field, because we have Charizard, and 50% damage to that is no joke. So we do just trade rocks turn one, and our Toxic Orb is going to activate, so we will be getting Poison Heal, and that is awesome. We are going to see the Ice Fang come out here, but we do know that he can't hit us even with crits and take us out with one shot. So we're just going to U-turn out here in the event he decided to switch or see what move he would go for. And we're just going to go into Dad Bod. And Dad Bod is just going to laugh in the face of the sink, get its leftovers back. Which is unfortunate, switching into rocks, because now he knows that that is our item, and can probably get a good guess on what our set is. We're going to go for the foul play, being a little cheeky right off the bat. We do know this is going to hit Aerodactyl super hard, and we see that go all the way down with a crit. Not entirely certain what the set was there. We do make a great prediction right early, predicting that he would go into that, and we are rewarded with massive damage, one Pokemon down, and a crit. He's just going to Scizor here, and I'm just like, okay, is he going to try and set up in my face right off the bat? What's going on here? We're just going to Volt Switch out. And we're going to go into what is our immediate answer to this, and that is the Gliscor. Because even if he sets up a Sword Stance, he isn't going to kill us right out with anything. But he sets up an Agility. I'm like, okay, is this going to be a double dance set? What's going on? So, he does just Baton Pass here. I'm like, alright. That's interesting. We do just go for an Earthquake to get damage here. And he goes out into his Landorus Incarnate. So I'm like, okay. This could be where the double dance happens, and that would be no good for us. Him switching into this does negate the Earthquake. He sets up Substitute here, so I'm like, alright. That's no good. We are just going to U-turn out. Trying to figure out what he could do. Thought maybe he'd be rocking the HP Ice and go for it there. Bringing it in the way he did. So we're just going to go out to Dad Bod. And this is going to allow us to go for a foul play. And he sets up a Gravity here. I'm just like, whoa, that is not good for our team because Earthquake hits everything really hard now. So I'm just like, okay, we're going to have to try and play around this. We go for the foul play, which will break the Substitute. And that's good at least. But now we have to bring in something and sack to an Earthquake. Now, I wasn't sitting at my computer while we battled this because something was going on in my computer room, so I couldn't run any calcs. So I figured any attack that isn't an HP Ice, we could probably take at least one of, bring in Nightwing. We do have rocks on the field, and that is going to eat an extra turn of Gravity. So unfortunately, Gliscor's going to have to go down here. All it really was able to do was soak up some hits and stall a turn of Gravity. So we're like, okay, that's, what, 3 full turns of Gravity now? So two more things may have to go down. Like I said, I wasn't sitting at my computer for this, so I thought, oh, okay, Tyranitar's, we're not super bulky this week, but we may be able to take one Earthquake depending on what item he's running. And I thought maybe he was Z at this point because we didn't see an item. We don't see Life Orb. And I thought, well, maybe he's going to be all out pummeling to guarantee a kill on the T-Tar, and we don't see that. So I'm like, all right. We have seen 3 moves, and we're waiting to see a 4th. He is going to Earthquake us here, and that is no bueno, and that is going to be able to take out Billy Idol, unfortunately. But this turn, Gravity returns to normal, so we can bring Dad Bod back out. He isn't going to be able to do anything. Like I said, we're still missing 1 move. But we don't know what that is. He's going to bring the Scizor back out here, and Scizor is not going to want to take a Hydro Pump to the face. Even if he brings out the Primarina, I mean, outside of Assault Vest, we're going to be getting good chip damage off on that as well. So Hydro Pump was just a really safe play there. We're going to Volt Switch out because I really don't think he's going to switch his Landorus Eye back in at this point. And we're just playing catch up. So we're going to Volt Switch out, and we're going to bring out Miss Magus here, because unless he's running Crunch on his Aerodactyl, and even if he is, we have a possibility of living 1 depending on how offensive he is. But being a Rock set, it's possible that he isn't running the Crunch, and we see a Rock Slide where it's going to miss there, and that is pretty good for us because that is going to allow us to get off an extra hit on this thing. Unfortunately, 1 Shadow Ball isn't enough to kill at that range. Would have been super great had we been cheeky and tried to get a Nasty Plot set up that turn. We do see another Rock Slide come out here. He is going to hit. Unfortunately for him, he isn't going to flinch. And we get the kill with Miss Magus on to the Aerodactyl. Primarina is going to come out here, and this is where it would have been really nice had we set up a Nasty Plot. We'd have been getting a little bit more damage on this thing, and that thing takes that Shadow Ball so well. So thinking this could possibly be Assault Vest at this point, just based off how well it took that hit. I mean, Primarina is no joke defensively anyways. Now, I bring out Dad Bod here. I think he's probably just going to choose to switch out, and which is why I take the opportunity to defog. But he doesn't. He stays in, and he's going to go for another Moonblast. So I'm like, okay, he hasn't switched moves yet here. Maybe he specs, and that does a ton of damage, but it is a crit. And it's a crit, and he gets the special attack drop, which is super unfortunate. Because we're going to Volt Switch out here, and had we not had the special defense drop, I guess it wouldn't have mattered anyway. I was thinking that the berry activated next turn. But, I mean, damage is damage at this point. But we do just Volt Switch out here. We're going to go into Burninator. To eat a Moonblast. Like I said, he hasn't switched moves here, but we do see the Iapa Berry, or the Wiki Berry, I believe he was. So we do know that he isn't choice locked into anything. But switching out there was a safe play for us. I was really surprised he didn't go for a water attack that turn. We do go into Burninator. He does get the Intimidate off on the Scrafty, which we kind of figured would be the case, because even after we Mega Evolve, nothing he's going to do to us is going to clean one-shot us. And we're going to set up a Dragon Dance, so we are at neutral. Attack, and at +1 speed. We're going to go for the Flare Bits here, because as I said in the Team Builder, he can't take 2 of these at neutral. We do get at least 50% damage there, taking him into the yellow. He's Rocky Helmet, and he's just going to roar us out here, and we net the burn on that Flare Blitz, which is just fantastic. That is going to switch us back out into Dad Bod here. We are going to get the leftover recovery. Now, Burn is slowly whittling him down, and Rotom is resisting, attacking the man who uses his likeness, and misses a Hydro Pump there, which is going to allow him to knock off our leftovers, which is super unfortunate because we have no way to recover now. And yeah, so we lost 2 turns of leftovers just right here with that Hydro Pump miss. So Aquarius is going to come back out here. No, I need to Volt Switch because I need to be able to hit this thing twice. 2 special attack drop Volt Switches will kill this thing. So Burninator is pretty much the sack at this point. He's going to Moonblast. That will easily kill us based off the range it did to the resisted hit. So Burninator goes down. So I'm like, okay, this is going to come down to what the 4th move on the Landorus Incarnate is to kill us. Because we've already seen we've been faster than this 100% of the time. We do Volt Switch on its face, which is enough to take out Primarina, which is Rotom's 4th kill this match. So Labyrinth is going to come out here. I'm like, okay, we've already missed 1 Hydro Pump. We're going to see what his last coverage move is for us here. So Hydro Pump's going to hit, and that is excellent. He does go for the Substitute, which makes me think he doesn't have a good 4th move for us. And he's going to go for the Substitute again here, and I predict that he will do that and just go for a Foul Play. We saw already that Foul Play will break the Substitutes, and at that range it may very well have killed him. Seeing that he had Earthquake, he's probably a offensive variant. We're going to see he's going to bust off a Hidden Power here, which is going to turn out to be Hidden Power Ice, so he would be able to hit the Gliscor hard. Thinking this may have been an Expert Belt variant, but we are going to get the KO and Rotom Wash. The man, the myth, the legend, giving you a reason to remember his name in this match. Getting 5 big kills. Landorus on the other side got, well, I think it was 4 kills, which was just huge. Landorus put in a ton of work this match against us. That gravity set was excellent, but we were able to play around that at the expense of 3 Mons, unfortunately. And yeah, that was just no bueno. But Rotom Wash coming in big this week, racking up kills just constantly now. So Rotom Wash showing us why he is a beast and deserves to be used all the time when drafting. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching this match. That was win number 3. Yeah, this was week 9. That was win 3. So we are now 3-6. If we win out, we will end up, there's 13 weeks or 12 weeks. We'll either end up at an even win-loss record or +1. I can't remember if there's 12 or 13 weeks in this season. But quite the turnaround from earlier this season. Now, granted, we got very lucky this match. quite a few times. Now, there was some counter back and forth with the luck, but I think we got the lion's share of it with the rock slide miss, with the burn on the dude. What was his name? The dude? Scrafty was big at that point in the match because it gave us a chip damage, and even though we missed the hydro pump on it, it let us kill. I did not run a calc to see what amount of damage we would have been able to do to the Scrafty, and I wasn't exactly sure what set it was regardless. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching this match. Let me know what you thought about Dad Bod putting in the work representing for us dads. But anyways, guys, I've been OldManTup, and I will catch you on the flip side. Peace.